Defining a brand awareness goal is a bit trickier than some of our other goals we have discussed. When thinking about brand awareness, some brands optimize around the number of eyeballs they can get in front of, maximizing reach and impressions. Some optimize around brand mentions. Some even consider engagement as a part of this goal. Step number one is to figure out what your vision of a brand awareness campaign is and what KPIs you will be looking at. There are four main pillars to consider when running a brand awareness campaign. When building awareness, it's key to find the right influencers that match your brand's values and voice. Communicating with them is important, such that their messaging leads to their audience being receptive to your brand. Crafting longer-term agreements will yield consistent buzz. And of course, we always recommend amplifying campaigns using paid ads. For awareness in terms of engagement, you'll definitely want to focus on smaller influencers like micro and nano influencers. These influencers have more pull over their audiences and enjoy very high engagement rates. As always, the smaller the influencer, the larger the engagement rate we look for. Anything around 4 to 5% should be a good level for a campaign like this. Rather than working with one or two influencers with massive follower counts, we would recommend using several small ones. You'll enjoy cheaper pricing and higher engagement rates, ultimately leading to more awareness. Messaging is key. While you should give influencers freedom to craft their content as they see fit, you should still lay down some guidelines and conditions. Ask them to mention your brand in their social media campaigns through hashtags and tagging your account. Ask for dedicated posts, such that their sponsored content cannot reference any other brands. Make sure the product is prominently displayed in every picture or video. The key goal is to get everyone to know who you are, so these points are mission critical. We're huge fans of long-term collaborations, but not before you've tested the influencers with your brand and product first. After testing out some influencers, scaling winners can be done in a few ways, with one of them being creating an ambassador program or even a retainer deal. We know most shoppers need multiple touchpoints. If they see a brand consistently displayed on the pages of their favorite influencers, they're more likely to interact in the long run. They get to see the story and the influencer's relationship with the brand. That consistency yields trust, which ties into yielding sales down the line. If you've watched any of our YouTube videos, you know we love combining influencers with paid social. We have monitored ad results for our clients over the years, and it's abundantly clear that influencer-generated content strongly outperforms branded content. It comes across as more authentic, trustworthy, and relatable. It's also way cheaper to produce since you don't have to pay photographers and models. While we usually talk about using paid social to generate sales, you could use it for awareness too, by using influencer content to educate potential customers on your brand and products. Aim for strong voice and branding. Viewers should have no trouble identifying your brand's social media posts as they scroll. To guarantee that influencers' content fits naturally, make sure they produce on-brand content that, within reason, reflects your look. And to that end, make sure you find relevant niche influencers, such that you don't have to force anything. Remember to take advantage of the situation once your campaign is successful. If a follower makes an effort to thoughtfully comment on a post, make sure to respond. Utilize your postings as a way to interact with your most active audiences while showcasing influencers, clients, and fans to grow your community. Test and iterate. We are huge fans of /B testing. Try different types of content, influencers, products, calls to action to see what your audience respond to. After testing, scale beyond single influencer posts and leverage longer-term campaigns through ambassador programs, retainers, and paid social. Stay tuned for our next video on how to use influencers to gain followers, the next step in brand awareness.